Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooklyn, and for today's video I am going to be doing a reading vlog. So the book that I will be reading in today's video is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. Hi, I just wanted to jump in real quick and let you guys know that this is going to be a spoiler-free reading vlog, so I will not be mentioning any spoilers. So I hope you guys enjoy, and back to the intro. If you don't know this book already, it's a fairly popular book and it's very sad from what I've seen, and I've been really wanting to read this. I'm excited and also nervous to be reading this just because of how sad it could possibly be. I don't know. I read 1,000 Boy Kisses and people said they like bawled their eyes out with that book, and that book did not really have an effect on me. I'm hoping this book has an effect on me. I'm pretty sure it will. I did start this last night, which I'll show the clips after this intro, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. I read it on my Kindle because it is available on Kindle Unlimited, so I was reading it on my Kindle, so I'll probably jump back and forth between the two. So I thought I'd do a little reading vlog just because I just have a feeling this book is gonna destroy me, and it literally, I've got 57 pages in last night and it's already getting to me. I'm very excited for this reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you've read this book, let me know in the comments what your thoughts and opinions were on it, and let's just get started with the video. So I have made it to chapter 13. I'm on page 57, 15% through. I've been reading on my Kindle because I wanted to have my lights off and I just wanted to be laying in bed. So far, I'm really enjoying it. There are some parts that are just a little bit cringy. I feel like if you read the book, you know what I'm talking about, specifically with Autumn and her clothing choices. But I am loving this whole childhood friends and then kind of just split it. Like I feel like I know where this is gonna go, and I'm gonna be so honest, I've already teared up and cried just a little bit, simply because it's the music and I'm thinking ahead of what could be tragic about this book, and just associate, like I already love the characters so much. I'm creating such a connection with the characters that I know that this book's gonna destroy me, like fully. Yeah, that's my only update. It's such like a nostalgic feeling too. It's very innocent because it is in high school, and I don't know if it's YA, I'm assuming it's YA. I'm pretty sure it's YA, but it's just so innocent, and it's just like the epitome of that growth from like elementary to middle school to high school, and it's just very sweet. I am excited to keep reading, so that's my little update. I wanted to get it started tonight. I love Finn so much too. I'm going to go to bed and I will update you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I just went through and I put tabs in the book, and I put like my bookmark and stuff because I was reading on my Kindle last night, so I didn't do this. I am gonna go back through and underline some things and tab some stuff that I liked while reading on the Kindle. I also wanted to mention last night that I didn't, is that these chapters are fairly short, which I really like, and I feel like I could get through this book very fast. I feel like this book's very bingeable, and it's almost one that I need to binge because it'll have that much more of an impact. I don't know how to describe it. That's how I feel. But I also wanted to mention that I was looking on Pinterest for like character inspo just to kind of have an idea, and this picture I've seen before and I was looking for it specifically. This is Finn and Autumn. Do not tell me otherwise. That is not, like, this is them. Guys, I can't even begin to think what fully happens in this book. In the beginning, Autumn hints to something that happened that's tragic, and I thought I knew what happened in this book. I don't know if it's issue or conflict is self-inflicted or if it's happened upon by an outside force, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say it without like maybe spoiling something. I have no clue. But from what I've seen other people and like their thoughts and opinions, I have an idea of what happens, but I feel like it's completely wrong. So I'm gonna start reading and I'm gonna underline these real quick, and then I'll update you guys when something happens. As I'm reading this, and the more I read about her boyfriend Jamie, I hope there's a moment where Finn is like, to Jamie. It's like the worst description of it, but I hope there's a moment where there's conflict between the two of them, but Finn walks away untouched because he's Finn and he knows Autumn. That's what I'm hoping for.
One thing I will say that I really like about this is how I think it's really capturing the essence of high school and new relationships and being young and like learning how to be in a relationship maybe. I don't know, but like I hate Jamie. That's all I have to say. I hate this man boy. Like I don't know, I hate this kid. He's not even, I don't know what they are, they're like teens. I hate this dude. I just need Finn to save the day, you know? So I have taken a little break to eat some lunch and I got to chapter 24, page 117, and right now nothing's really has happened. I will say there's a development in Finn's character and like a relationship that has been going on. But yeah, so far I feel like we're just following the characters and seeing interactions from day to day and learning more about their childhood friendship and then how their relationship is now. Little hints here and there that they still care for each other, but you know, they're high school. They can't express those thoughts. So I'm loving it. I'm gonna get back to reading it and I'll update you guys maybe when I'm like halfway through. I don't know, we'll see. If anything happens, I'll let you guys know, but there was a development with Finn. It's just, I love it. Okay, anyways, I'm going back to reading. I am currently on page 179 and I definitely feel like this is the part of the book where Autumn's mental clarity towards Finn has changed, which is amazing, and I'm so excited about it because it's so cute. I love these types of stories. Besides the sadness that I'm sure is gonna happen at the end, like I love the childhood friends. It's just my favorite, and just seeing them go through high school is so good. And the playlist, slaying, love it. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. I highlight it. I wrote a sticky note on this page, like I tabbed it here so I know I can go back to it. This page was just everything to me, so I'm gonna keep reading. I'm not halfway yet. Halfway is about chapter 40 and I'm literally about to start chapter 35. My goal is to probably finish this tonight, if I'm being so honest. I really want to read this. This is really easy to read too. Quick chapters, reading's really easy, doesn't take a lot of brain power, and I'm really immersed in the story and I want to keep reading, so. Okay, I am halfway in the book. 41, or I guess I'm a little over halfway. I have some thoughts that I wrote down. One thing I really do like is Laura Nolan's writing and how obviously it's solely through the perspective of Autumn, and I think she does a really good job at portraying just like the innermost thoughts of Autumn, and especially with her relationship with her boyfriend and how there's like always this back and forth where she's like, I love him but he doesn't understand me, or I love him, or like we fight and then I tell him to never leave me and he says he loves me. It's very toxic, very high school. She captures the idea that in high school you kind of not feel trapped, but I feel like if people get relationships they could feel trapped because they think there's nothing beyond that. Once people get to high school, it kind of becomes more real about what you want to do with your life and your career and all that stuff. Autumn is at that point too in a relationship where she just thinks like she has to figure everything out right now and there's no beyond high school, when like that's really not true because you're super young in high school and you have so much of your life, college, in your 20s, and I don't think she understands that. And what I've noticed, like she doesn't have anyone to speak to, which is really interesting because we're hearing and we're getting to see those thoughts, but it's just like so heartbreaking because you read the things that she's saying and you're just like, damn, like she needs someone to talk to. She needs her mom to tell her like, you can leave your boyfriend if you don't want to be with him anymore, you know. Like she just has these reoccurring things that are just so entrapping or like trapping. It's really sad, and I think that's a great aspect of the story too. I just love the way she's writing this. She's encapsulating that idea of high school so well, and it's so good. It's a little more YA in terms of her outfit choices. I'm not gonna say exactly what because I like, if you're gonna read it I want you to figure that out for yourself. Another part that I just got to leading up to the halfway point, like up to chapter 40, you can see once again, because we're in Autumn's point of view, the way she perceives the world is so clear to us as the reader. In 1 second she's having a great high with Finn and like their relationship's going better and everything just seems so good in her life, and I guess it it correlates with the season she's in, like in terms of weather, because she always said that like winter was her #1 enemy. It's just so interesting because leading up to parts, like you see her kind of have clarity with her relationship with Finn, and then the next is like they're back to point zero, and that's matching with the weather, with her emotions and her feelings. It's just, the more I think about it, the more complex it could be. But genuinely, you guys, like this book captures the high school inner monologue, I think, so well, even if it's not to the T. I wish there were more perspectives with Finn though, you know, and I wish it was like dual perspective. I obviously know it's gonna lead up to something in the end and that there's gonna be a bigger purpose. I feel like there's so many foreshadowing things too in this, and I'm so scared of what could happen. I also think the dialogue is very natural, and yes, there are some things that are just like so far-fetched. The perception of how you think high schoolers would act is how it's kind of being written, but in most cases I feel like it's very realistic. I'm growing such a connection to these characters and their lives and just their childhood and everything, and that's my update for this. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on chapter 41, page 206, 719. I will see you guys in my next check-in. We had a little scare moment. All I'm gonna say is that something happens in August. You read at the beginning of the book. I'm not gonna say that anything else beyond that. Chapter 47, and it gives us the date when everything, I'm assuming, happens. And 4th of July started playing. I can't remember the artist's name. It started playing and I was this close to crying. As of now, I'm on page 300. I'm in chapter 65 right now. They're done with high school, so we get like the whole 4 years in their time there. Some stuff's happened to Autumn, Finney, and their relationships have kind of mellowed out. Let me see, 391 pages in this, so I have 91 pages left. 9:54. I'm gonna finish this book tonight. I didn't foresee myself reading this in one sitting. I mean, this is gonna be violent, and I feel that I'm preparing for it, and I'm ready to cry because I know this book will make me cry. I don't. Anyways, let's get back into reading. I just realized that I'm reading this book in August. I saw TikToks earlier this month. It's currently August 16th, so 8 days ago, I saw TikToks about this book, and that's kind of what sparked me to want to read this. But like, I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, would have been a perfect time to read this book? August. I did it to myself. It's sick. This is what I mean when I say music has an effect on me. Nothing is bad in this book right now. They're literally eating breakfast together. We're at a high right now. You know what song's playing? Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers, and it's the ending part. It's just like the epitome of growing up. I feel like that part is reflecting. I don't know, it's like nostalgic. I don't know how to describe the end of the song. I feel like if you've seen TikToks when that was a trend, you'd understand what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure they put Perks of Being a Wallflower to that, like his monologue to that song.
I guess it's kind of what I asked for. I said I was hoping this book destroyed me, and it did. When I tell you guys though, this book, 5 stars. The way that this book just encapsulated so much, I keep saying that word, it's my word for this video, but the way it did that with the feeling of high school. And obviously that's not gonna be the same for everyone who reads this, and it's not everyone had the same experience too. It's just like how I grew up in my town, my high school, just like the vibe and the energy I got, and when I think of high school is very similar to this book, and I don't know how to like verbalize that. And I had a childhood friend growing up. We grew apart, not in like a negative way, just I can relate so much to Finney and Autumn, so much. And I think that's also why I love childhood friends. You know, it's like I kind of experienced something like that, and I will like cherish that forever, and it's like I love it and I will never forget it. And so that's why I feel like these always hit me so much harder. But dude, this book, I need to read the second one. Yeah, I'll talk more about this tomorrow. Hi guys, so it is a couple days since I finished reading this. I finished this about 2 days ago. Yesterday I felt hollow. That is the best word to describe that. I woke up and Jade saw me in my room and I was just staring off in the distance thinking about this book. I felt so empty and just, I don't know. So I wanted to talk more about this book and just give you guys my full details, my wrap-ups. I ended up reading this book 5 stars. It will forever stick with me. There's some component of this book will be with me for the rest of my life. I wanted to talk about just how well Laura Nolan captured the essence of high school in her writing. This is why this book has had such an impact on me. It's because it felt so real and I could relate in some areas, obviously not to the full extent of this story, but I could understand and see where the characters are coming from, why they're thinking the way they're thinking. The thoughts that Autumn felt and her relationship with Finn and her relationship with her boyfriend Jamie, and just all of it, the dynamic in high school, the groupings, finding friend groups, all of it, and teacher dynamics, all of it just so real. And I don't know how she was able to do that, and the writing was super quick, super fast, easy to read. I read this in a day and I never felt like I had to read it or like I was reading. I would take breaks periodically, but I'd always jump back into it. I was never worried about the page count, if that makes sense. And obviously as the pages dwindled down, I knew something was gonna happen, and that just hurt my soul. But I was really enjoying the time that I did have with the characters before everything got bad. I connected so well with the characters, and Finn feels so real to me, and same with Autumn, but just I have such a connection with Finn. I love Finn. I could picture him so clearly in my mind, and I just love his soul. And like it sounds so weird because he's a person in a book, like he's not real, and my brain can't comprehend that these characters aren't real and this isn't real. This book felt so real. Another aspect of this book that it just made me start thinking about it is how fragile and delicate life is. Even growing up and going through high school and going from elementary to middle school to high school is like you're gonna hang out with people for the last time and never know it. You're gonna do things, you're gonna go to a place and not even realize that it's gonna be the last time you're ever gonna go there. Obviously these things are things that you don't know will happen and you don't plan on it happening. It puts everything into perspective, and once again, this is why I love this book so much, because it made me think about my own life and the friends that I've had throughout school and growing up. It's such a negative way to view life, and you shouldn't, but just it puts stuff into perspective that you really have to enjoy every moment you have with these people or places or just memories in general, because you really never know when it'll be the last time you ever experience something. It just put everything into perspective of like, stop waiting and not doing stuff or being scared to do something. Just do it. Like you don't have time, and that's such a harsh and negative way to think like that, but we really don't. And I think we go through life feeling like we can go untouched and we're indestructible, but really our life is so fragile, and it's such a blessing every day to wake up and be able to experience life in the world. It's just don't waste your life. You're not having regrets. That's like the biggest thing I got from this book, and like I said, that's why I love this book so much, because the message is so powerful. That's my like
overarching thoughts of the book of why I liked it. My bookbind ban that I also mentioned, my self-proclaimed bookbind ban, is now over because I ordered the second book off Amazon yesterday because I need more of this book. And then I also wanted to talk about songs real quick because this is also why I feel like I've been so stuck in this book and feeling so empty and hollow, is because I've been listening to the music from the playlist, ones that remind me and will forever remind me of this book. So the first one is Sailor Song by Gigi Perez. It reminds me of Finn so much, I don't know why. The second song is No Surprise by Radiohead. Third song, Velvet Ring by Big Thief. Now for this next part of the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about spoilers. So if you do not want to hear any of these spoilers, and if you haven't read the book, click off now. So I'm just gonna start speaking about spoilers. Reality hit me hard when I was reading and it went to chapter 47. That song 4th of July started playing, and I'm just gonna read you this whole page because this page makes my heart hurt. On August 8th, nothing happens. Lightning doesn't strike the earth. No old woman shows up at the door with a warning. Finney doesn't see a black dog staring at him as he gets out of his red car. No one says anything prophetic or ironic. I do not awake in darkness to hear the clock strike 13. Did Finney feel something? Was there something nameless that shifted within him? Did the last year feel to him like late afternoon, the sunlight creeping across the floorboards of his room, slowly fading until there was but a thin veil of gray between day and night? Did I feel something? Did I know? Like all things that have become history, I now feel as if I always knew it, as if all through this story it had been lurking in the shadows, story underneath the story. When I tell you I had to put the book down for a second, I could not read this because I thought, I was like, it's happening. And then I was like, there's so much time left, so maybe it's not. But this scared me so much and it hurt my heart because it put it in perspective, and like, once again, such a negative way to perceive life. We all pass our death date, and that's like so scary to think. In that this page put it into perspective for me because like this was Finn's last year and he didn't know it, obviously. And it just broke my heart because I love Finn and I hate what happened to him and how he, and I don't know how to verbalize this, but this is the way that she put it like that. Like, this last year did feel to him like late afternoon, the sunlight creeping across the floorboards of his room slowly faded until there was but a thin veil of gray between day and night. Finn didn't deserve to die. He didn't. This is the page that I'll probably think of forever. That's the end of the spoiler part. Thank you so much for listening, and now I will, I guess, outro this video. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me and my thoughts about this book. Read this book super fast. I'm so happy I read this book in the time that I did in August. It's sadly fitting. This is such a good book. 5 stars. I would highly recommend this book. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you've read this book, what you rated it, your thoughts and opinions without spoilers, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.